Ding dong YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Jobless Coder, and I hope you're having a very spooky and fun Halloween night. I wanted to take some time this evening to show you what I've been doing over the past 2 months, and this is the reason why there hasn't been any video uploaded in the past 2 months, is this project that I've been working on. I started developing a game around the end of August, so I've been working on it just a little over 2 months now. Basically every day that I can. 10 hours, sometimes 16-hour days working continuously to get this project done. A friend of mine joined in to help. He's been doing some of the animations as well as the 3D models, and a lot of the stuff is actually public domain. It's open source stuff that we've found on the internet to put this project together, and I'll just show you it now. So this is Halloween Decoration Sandbox, and as you can see, it released just a couple days ago on the 26th. So we were able to actually get this out in time for the time of Halloween. And this game is something that can best be described as a socially distant solution to trick-or-treating. So if you were not allowed to go out trick-or-treating this year because of the pandemic, maybe your parents didn't let you, or maybe you did, or perhaps you're of the age where you wouldn't be trick-or-treating anyways, this allows you to actually do it in video game form. And so I'm going to start up the game shortly and show you around, but it has several different features, one of which is there you can modify the terrain, you can place scenery around the world, you can add Halloween decorations to the sandbox, and then you can walk around with your character trick-or-treating, collecting candies throughout the level. So it's an open world sandbox game. And this is actually the very first game I've ever released on Steam before, so it's been certainly a new learning curve for me. I've done games before on mobile devices for Android and for Apple iOS, and they were, to say the least, not very successful. And it's quite likely that this won't be successful either. But you know, it's something new that I haven't done in the past, and I wanted to try something new. And so now that the project's done, I'll have a lot more free time to continue to put out more regular videos on this channel that I didn't have the time to do over the past several months. There's a lot of content that I've kind of put on the back burner to get this project done. But you can expect to see more regular content now that it's finished. So if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, give this video a like if you enjoy the content, and follow my channel for any future videos. So now I'm actually gonna start up the game here and run you through some of the gameplay. And if you enjoy, then there will be a link in the description below where you can download this game on Steam. And yeah, the loading screen's got a walking cat on it. I've got quite a few good comments about it. People tend to enjoy that. And so this is currently in beta, so there's a lot of stuff that still has to get done on it. But as of right now, I'm going to load up the demo scene, and I'm just going to jump right into the game itself and actually show you what one of the finished sandboxes will look like. This is the demo scene that I built that will come default with the game. It's not very good because I put it together in about an hour and a half. But it gives you an idea of what can be accomplished with the game itself, actually. So, now that we're in here, we can walk around. You can hold down the shift to run as well, makes it a bit faster. So you can see I've got this little street set up with lights there. There's got vehicles. So we'll just go down here. And you see these spinning cubes. I'll just show you this.
Happy Halloween, trick or treat.
So the spinning cubes represent trick or treat points within the game, and you can decide where exactly they are.
Say trick or treat.
So you see the candy falls down, and then you just walk over there and pick it up. So there's not much over in this area. I'll head back for now. You can see there's different animations as well. So some of the pumpkins actually have flashing lights on them. There's another trick-or-treat point here. And you can see at the top left of the screen, there's an indicator to show you how many candies you've collected.
Happy Halloween, trick or treat.
My friend did the 3D model for it. And the sound is localized to that region. You can actually change the size of that as well. Oh yeah, we've got all kinds of fun things that pop out and things that do stuff like that. So we'll just head down here. Oh, what do we have here? We've got this light projector is projecting these really cool lights on the side of the building, on the fence there.
Say trick or treat.
And this is actually a fog machine that my friend put together. So if I sit here and wait, the fog machine is on a timer, so eventually it'll actually start activating, and it'll start any moment now. There you go. So you can see the fog actually takes on the color of the light. The light passing through the fog actually changes the color. We'll come over here.
Say trick or treat.
To the haunted mansion.
So this is really cool. We've got a strobe light on the ground that's actually flashing on the side of the building.
Say trick or treat.
We've got the chainsaw there. So then we'll head over here.
Trick or treat.
This is an inflatable decoration, so you can actually hear the air from the compressor. Got some candles. So we'll come over here.
Say trick or treat.
Ooh, what's there? Slenderman's right there. And you can see there's also some lights on the side of the building as well. So those lights are coming from this projector here on the ground, is projecting the lights up onto the building there. So I do believe there's one candy spot left, and that would be over here by the church.
Say trick or treat.
There you go. And we just got an achievement for collecting all of the candies within the level. So we come over to the cemetery. There's some more sound boxes hidden over here. We've got a couple floating trees. So there you go. That kind of gives you an idea of what a completed level will look like. So now that I've shown you what one of the finished levels is looking like, I'm actually going to open up a new sandbox here, and you can actually pick different sizes. So we'll go with medium, and let's go create. So I was actually very much inspired by Roller Coaster Tycoon, specifically Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 for the design of this game. So you'll actually notice that the sandbox has a very similar aesthetic feel to Roller Coaster Tycoon. You've got this grid that you can toggle on and off, so we'll toggle it off for now. As well, you can toggle the lights on and off in the scene. So I'm going to show you the first thing you can do. You can actually modify the terrain. So you can see that it's currently flat right now, and I can drag the camera around with the mouse. I can hold the right button to rotate, center button to drag it around, and I can zoom in and out as well. So I can click here to generate a random terrain, and you can see that it's saving every time. It's because I have the autosave feature turned on. So yes, you can do that. You can also give it a custom seed. So here you can give it a random number and then generate the terrain from that seed. Or you can generate it with a random seed. You can't right now upload from a TGA file, but I will be adding that feature in the future. As well, there are some issues with objects falling under the terrain if it's very mountainous like this. So for now, I'm just going to flatten it, but I can also show you that you can raise and lower it as well. So we're going to increase the brush size here a bit, and you can raise the terrain like this, or you can press the right button to lower the terrain like this. So it's actually very creative, some of the things that you could do. And this is an in-game terrain editor, which I'm not sure how many games actually have a feature like this. Currently, you can't modify the texture of the terrain. It is just this grassy texture. But I do have plans in the future to add a texture feature where you can actually place down your own textures as well. So that'll add just even more customizability to the terrain. So for now, I'm just going to flatten it, and we're going to work with a flat terrain. You also have the scenery category, and there's a whole bunch of scenery. Between the decorations and the scenery, not including any variations on them, there's over 150 different decorations and scenery that you can include. So these are some of the trees that you saw earlier. So you can actually scale them up, you can scale them down, you can rotate it as well. So we'll just put a tree down there. We'll put a tree stump, we'll scale that up. And yeah, you see how it fell through the terrain? So there's some bugs that I do have to fix as well. This yellow spinning thing here represents the player's starting location, and you can actually set that with this button up here. So we're going to set the player location there, and now you can actually toggle to see. We'll put him right in front of the tree. You can see this is where the player is starting, and you can switch between these two views. As well, you can have different camera perspectives. So this is orthographic, and this is the perspective camera, and we can reset the position right there. One of the other really interesting things is it has the ability to undo and redo. So I'll turn on the grid snap here so you can see. Now that the grid snap's turned on, let's go back and let's go to a road, and we'll grab one of these road chunks here. You can actually see that it's snapping to the grid now as I move it. And we can change the grid size here, let's say 64, and now it's snapping not exactly to the grid, but you get the idea. So this is actually how you can build the roadway by keeping the snap in sync like that. So we'll turn that off for now. This button here lets you add the candy locations. So these are those spinning cubes. So we'll put one here, and we'll put one there, and we'll put one there. As well, you can select them here and delete them. So now we've got two locations, one there and one there. This button here allows you to clear the sandbox, which we're not going to do right now, but that'll just take everything out. The player position will remain where it is. This here is the help menu. It doesn't have a lot in it so far because I didn't get time to really flesh it out. As well, I'm working on a PDF manual that will actually be linked directly to the Steam page itself. And when it's all fleshed out, it'll have all of this information, not just these 7 panels here, but this gives you a bit of idea of where to start. And this is just the settings menu, which you could see in the main menu before. So one of the things here, this is object visibility. We're going to toggle off the scenery there. you can see that the scenery disappeared. As well, you can set the background ambience. So in the demo scene, the background ambience is silent. There are those speaker boxes where if you get in a specific range of them, it turns on. But you can also have different background sounds. Or you can choose to randomize it. One of the other things that you can customize with the Sandbox is the lighting feature. So right now you can see this is the sky and it's moonlight. We'll set it to black. Now it's just solid black. Or we can set it to the daylight if you want to do a daylight scene. So for now we'll switch it back to the moonlight and we'll go into the lighting options. Inside here you can actually change the different ambient textures. Or the texture lighting. So you can see here, let's make it really, really red. We'll make this one red as well. Make this one red. And so we'll increase the intensity. Let's decrease the intensity. And then you can toggle the directional light on and off as well. And you can also rotate it to get different shadows at a specific angle. So now you can see it's like a really blood red type atmosphere that we've got going on. So I'll actually head back now and I'll take you into the main area of where you would place the decorations. So under modify terrain there's the scenery menu, but you can also go to the decorations. And so here we've got several different categories. So let's start with the buildings. And I'm going to pick the mausoleum. We're going to rotate it, scale it up, scale it down. We're going to place it there. We're going to scroll in. And so I want to put some pumpkins on that. So we're going to go back here. We're going to go to the pumpkin menu. We're going to pick this one. And then you can see I can actually toggle between, let me see if I can get down where you can see it. I can toggle between the different animations. So this is flickering 1, flickering 2, dark, and light. So we're going to put it on flickering 1. As well, some of the decorations have different variations. So this one here has blue eyes, but I can actually switch it to purple, orange, or green. So let's make it green. And let's add flickering 1 and scale it just slightly up. So now you can see this is the starting scene there. Some of the buildings have points on the side of them where you can actually mount the cardboard cutouts. So we'll come down to the cardboard cutout menu. And these are like the typical cardboard cutouts that you might see somebody have, taped to their door or in their window. So we can snap it like that. We're going to snap one there. And on the front of the mausoleum, we're going to put a skeleton like that. Just like that. So let's go back here. Let's go into the light. Let's add a strobe light. And we're going to rotate it so that it's right like that. And on this side, we're going to go with the pumpkin projector and we're going to rotate it around like that. And we're actually going to make this ghosts. Let's add a lamp here. Let's make it blinking. Perfect. So now you get an idea. This is just some of the stuff that you can do in the level. So now that we've gotten the scene created, I'm going to go back. I'm just going to save this, give it a name, call it our test scene. And we're going to enter the first person viewer. So you can see the lamp there is flickering, the pumpkin's flickering. We've got the strobe light going on this side. Skeleton there. And over on this side, we've got the spinning ghosts. So yeah, this kind of gives you an idea of what the sandbox looks like, and you can see we've got 2 candies. Those are the 2 candies that we placed earlier. One of them is right there, and one of them is right over there. So let's see, what else can I show here? Go back to decorations. Let's go to creating objects. This is the inflatable Reaper that we had earlier. The other one there. So we'll put the inflatable Reaper there. This is the pop-up ghost with the coffin. Let's head back here. And we're gonna go and put a special effect. I'm gonna show you one of the sound boxes. So we're gonna go with the music box. See, the sphere itself actually indicates where the sound is playing. So we're gonna So now you can see the person is actually inside of the area where the sound plays. So we're going to go back here and we're going to enter into the first person viewer. And when we exit that area where the sound is playing, it stops. So there you guys have it. That is the gist of Halloween Decoration Sandbox. And again, if you enjoyed what you saw with the gameplay, there'll be a link in the description below where you can add that game to your Steam library. And feel free to let me know in the comments below what you thought about the game. And if you have any ideas as well for improvements to the game, I'm definitely willing to hear. I've got plenty of ideas for things that still need to be implemented. I will be adding VR shortly within the next couple days to a week here, so you'll actually be able to play it in VR as well, which will add to the atmosphere as well, be even more spooky. And so yeah, I mean, Halloween's obviously over now, but who cares? You can have fun with this all year round, basically. So other than that, I want to thank you for watching the video, and until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.